This skill focuses on our beliefs. Our beliefs, in a very real way, create our reality. William James, the 19th century American physician, philosopher, and who many regard as the father of American psychology, once said that the greatest discovery of my generation was that a person could alter their lives by altering their attitude. Viktor Frankl, a physician who lost his entire family, including his pregnant wife, in the Holocaust, observed, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, life challenges us to change ourselves. How we perceive ourselves, other people, and the world is shaped by our attitudes and our beliefs. Do you see the old hag or the beautiful woman?" That we can change our beliefs is a two-edged sword, both exciting and a challenge. Science has demonstrated that humans tend to think more negatively than positively. As humans evolved, such thinking had survival value. We didn't get up in the morning, get our cup of coffee, and go out and watch a beautiful sunrise on the savannah. We walked out of the cave thinking about who might eat us for breakfast. That's why it's important for us to have the courage to recognize that our beliefs control our actions, our feelings, and our attitudes. While holding on to old beliefs may provide us some immediate assurance and comfort, having the courage to confront our self-defeating thoughts gives us the opportunity to grow, to feel empowered, and improve our self-efficacy. I'd like you to meet one of those wonderful people I was mentioning who's going to share with you about a time in their life where they had to use the skill of belief when they were confronted with a challenge in their life.
Hi, I'm Cody Nichols. I'm currently an Assistant Dean of Students for Military and Veteran Engagement at the University of Arizona. When I was much younger, I was an EMT when I was in college, and I previously served in Iraq in 2004-2005. A time in my life when I had to change my belief was when I was a graduate student at the University of Arizona. The university opened up its first vet center, and at that time I thought, why would I ever need to go to the vet center? I'm out of the military. It's probably for a bunch of guys and gals who are out now but still wish they were in the military. After I talked with a few friends, I went over to the vet center for the first time. Completely changed my perspective, my point of view on the vet center, and what was happening in the vet center.
Now it's your turn. Tell your story. Recall in as much detail as you can how old you were, where you lived, what was the situation, and who was involved. Take about 5 minutes and write down the event and share it briefly with your partner or cohort. If you're doing this by yourself, think of someone you could call and share the experience with. Call them and share your story. Great. I hope you found that helpful. Our hope is that by recognizing you've used the skill of belief in the past, you'll be able to have a sense of empowerment because you know that you've already used the skill at some point in your life. Now I'd like you to think of a challenge in your life where the skill of belief could be helpful to you. So take about 5 minutes and write about your challenge, whether personal, professional, or both, and share it with your partner. You can either share how you use the skill or the application of the skill to one of your challenges. If you're doing this by yourself, again, consider calling someone else and talking to them. If you're doing this in a workshop or a group, tape your challenges and how you use the skill of belief on the wall so that others can see them. It's anonymous, so don't worry. And it allows us to see a myriad of challenges that people face and the vast array of solutions that folks come up with. Maybe you'll find an application of the skill you'd never thought of. Now I'd like you to think of some key words or phrases or impressions that make the skill of belief memorable to you. Share them with your larger group. If appropriate, you can create a word cloud. Take a few minutes to write them down and share them with the person you're working with or someone in your social support system. Again, if you are in a larger group, tape them on the wall so you can see all of the words and phrases that are possible. Here are some key words or phrases my friend thought of.
When I think of key words, I think of point of view, of flexibility, of perspective. So every day I use the skill of belief. When I walk into meetings, which are constant, I know I'm going into those meetings that someone might not have the same perspective on the outcome of that meeting as I might have myself. So going in knowing others will have different perspectives, different points of views, it's important I go into those meetings being flexible in order for us all to come out with the best common goal.
I hope you found this helpful and will work on ways to use the skill of belief in your life. I'm reminded of a quote by Dr. Rachel Naomi Remen. The expectation that we can be immersed in suffering and loss daily and not be touched by it is as unrealistic as expecting to be able to walk through water without getting wet. In my line of work, I've learned that I can't control the events that I've been confronted with, but I can control how I think and believe about myself and those events. You have the same power too.